Hey guys, Chef Wukan here. How are you? Happy New Year. We're going to start out the new year right this year. We're going to be really simple, easy recipes, traditional dishes, home cooking, Asian dishes, right? So that you can eat healthier, save money on the budget, and really enjoy your meal and feel good about it, okay? Today, basically, we're going to cook you, in American terms, it's called ketchup shrimp. And ketchup is the main ingredient. But it may seem kind of odd, how could traditional dish be using ketchup? But when the immigrants came to this country, they used whatever they had, and whenever ketchup became popular is when they tried to incorporate that in their dish. This involves shrimp, okay? So basically what we're going to do is we're going to use shrimp where you're going to use 16-20 shrimp. That means 16 to 20 shrimp per pound. Basically, we're going to use some that are going to have half the shell on, because most of you prefer that, but others may just want traditional with the shell on. With the shell on, it will retain more shrimp flavor, okay? So even though you might get a little finger licking good, it's going to get a little messy, but the sauce that is made is going to be great. As far as the sauce is concerned, we're going to use Splenda monk fruit. This is a very natural sweetener. It's not any of that artificial sweetener. We're going to use some oyster sauce. That's basically the ketchup of the Far East. We're going to use some shao shing wine. It's going to add some sweetness flavor to it. Obviously, we're going to add sriracha because we want to give it a little spicy, right? We're going to add, one of the main components is fish sauce. 3 crabs fish sauce. Obviously, we have regular ketchup and a little white pepper. In terms of aromatics, we have garlic, crushed garlic, we have sliced ginger, and we have fresh parsley, and we have some pea pods that are in season right now for the winter, as well as we're going to add some onions to it, okay? So basically, here's the shrimp with the shell on, and here's some of the shrimp with the shell off. All right, well, we kept the tail piece to make it look really pretty. All right, we have our cornstarch solution. This will thicken everything up, bring everything together, and basically, of all the sauces, we're going to use basically 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, 2 teaspoons of sugar, a squirt of Shaoxing wine, a squirt of sriracha sauce, but you may add 2 squirts to it. I'd say a little less than a quarter cup of fish sauce to offset all that sweetness. Remember, if you have a sweet, you got to have a salty. That complement together will make any dish perfect for you. Obviously, ketchup, right? We'll use about a quarter cup of ketchup also. And as far as white pepper is concerned, we'll use about half a teaspoon. All right? So stand by and we'll get all the stuff ready to put everything together. It's very easy and it's delicious and you're just going to really enjoy it. Okay? Hold on. Okay, so basically we're heating up the wok, and this is a high carbon steel wok. This is a naturally non-stick surface, right? Today's pots with non-stick, there's a special spray on it, and it's not exactly the best for us. So what happens is, if we cook on high temperature with that non-stick surface, it's going to break off and you're basically going to ingest it and it's really bad for you. But the natural non-stick surface of the natural high carbon steel wok is really the best. So we're going to heat up the wok first, all right? Add some oil. And we use basically olive oil. Olive oil is the most natural oil that we can use. All the other ones, canola, sunflower, peanut oil, corn oil, vegetable oil, it's really not good for you, period, okay? So we'll take the aromatics, we'll add the garlic and the ginger to infuse all the flavor into the olive oil. We're going to add another ingredient, which is spicy sesame oil, okay? Now as we do this, we'll keep it slow. We don't want to burn, we never ever want to burn the garlic and the ginger, okay? Now, let's throw in the onions. All right, put that, add some more flavor to that. And what we do with the sauces, as I told you before, we're going to combine it together. Right? So we combine it together. We'll mix it together. Alright? And obviously the sesame oil will be put in last. And let's add a little bit of our famous Leah Perrin's Worcestershire sauce. That gives it a little, nice little tardiness. Okay? So we're basically sauteing it. Right? Then we'll add the shrimp. We'll add both shrimps together. Right. Keep this on high. Saute it. Mix it well. And we'll be right back. Alright, so I just want to let you know that you guys get the benefit of fresh ginger, fresh garlic. You're not going to get that in a restaurant or a takeout place, alright? So you're going to get that real flavor of the ginger, the freshness of the ginger and the freshness of the garlic. And it's so delicious, and it just changes the flavor profile of this dish. All right. So we want to cook the shrimp. We don't want to overcook it. We just want it to let it turn orange, which we have here. Okay. And we don't want to overcook the onions. So we got everything together. So when we put all the sauces together, we're just going to add it to the dish. Okay. And we'll add a little bit more ketchup. And we'll add the hot sauce. Okay. And we'll just keep on sauteing it. Now I included the cornstarch so that, you know, if you like a little gravy, you can have some gravy with it. When you add the gravy, you might want to add a little bit of water, and you have to cook the cornstarch. Okay? Because you don't want it to be overly cornstarchy, right? And once you cook that cornstarch, it just makes it all so much different. Okay? Then we're going to add the pea pods. Okay? And the parsley will be used, the cilantro will be used as a garnish. So we'll stir everything together. And I like a little bit more gravy to it. So I'll add a little bit more water or chicken broth. Now you don't have to have a lot of sauce, okay? You can have it dry, as a matter of fact. But there's nothing like having a nice bowl of rice with a dish that has nice, good sauce. Now we'll taste. Okay, so let's taste. It's delicious. Okay. Okay. Now the reason why we put in the pea pods last is because it's a vegetable, and vegetables don't take that long to cook. So everything that doesn't take that long to cook, we put last. Okay. Because you don't want to overcook the vegetables, so it's soggy. You want it nice and crispy. Okay. Now that's it. Then we'll drizzle a little bit of the spicy sesame oil. Okay? We'll just give it some extra flavor. And that is usually done last. Sesame oil has a high flash point, and so basically if you add it before, it will burn off. You want to add it last, and it's like a nutty, spicy flavor. Okay? And that's it. You just shut it off, and I'll be right back. So guys, here we have it, all right? Ketchup shrimp. It's so delicious. But the best part is trying it, okay? This is hot. So we'll basically add a little bit to our rice. A little shrimp. Little pea pods. And a little sauce. You got it right here. Alright, let me try it. This is the best part of the whole video. The vegetables, let's see how the vegetables are. Vegetables very crispy, not overcooked. Onion, just as crispy, and I taste the flavor of the fresh ginger and the garlic. All right. Now this happens to be shrimp. 3/4 of it, the shell's off. Delicious. With a little rice. Delicioso. All right. So again, the sauces that I used were fish sauce, 1/4 cup. Ketchup, 1/4 cup. Sriracha, based on your desire for spiciness. 1 squirt, 2 squirts, 3 squirts is up to you. White pepper, a dash. Shao wine, a squirt. Oyster sauce, a squirt. Monk fruit, about a tablespoon. Prepare your cornstarch solution ahead of time in a separate dish. Basically, one tablespoon of cornstarch to about 3 tablespoons of water. Dissolve it, right? That will be your thickener. So the water, you may want to add chicken broth. And if you want a little bit more spicy with a little sesame flavor, you got spicy sesame oil. Okay? Put it all together, all the sauces together in a pan, mix it up. You may want to add the cornstarch a little separate, after you mix all the sauces together. And a little Worcestershire sauce, too. That always adds a bit more tartness. Okay? Put it together. 16-20 shrimp. Basically saying 16 to 20 shrimp per pound. Okay? So the lower the number, the bigger the shrimp. The higher the number, the smaller the shrimp. Okay? Crush the ginger. Slice it, if you prefer. Crush the garlic. Right? Now, I tell you not to get the bottled garlic in the water. I mean, it does tend to lose a little bit of the garlic flavor. It's better to get a clove if you can, or get those containers of garlic that have already been peeled. It's better. And basically saute it together. You put the shrimp in. You don't want it to overcook, so you always want it to be 90% cooked, right, before you put the sauce in. Because you're going to cook the sauce, so that extra 10% is going to cook the shrimp. If you cook the shrimp fully, it's not going to be tender, all right? And then you basically add the cornstarch at the end. You could add a little bit at a time, depending on how you like it thick, right? And obviously with experience, you learn to add things gradually. But if it's too thick, add a little bit of water. Cornstarch can always be a nice gravy, for the sauce, okay? So, Chef Who Can, you can too. Whatever I can do, you can do. Go to my website, chefwhocan.com. Go to my Etsy website, obviously, www.etsy.com/shop/creationsbywoot, right? And obviously, I'm back. Been a little preoccupied with a couple of projects. I will be coming out with my first traditional, simple, easy cookbook. Some of the recipes I've already cooked on my YouTube. So, but to have a nice copy autographed by the one and only Chef Who Can, it's really, I'm really proud of it. And it's going to be the first one, the second one, third one. It's going to continue because I just love cooking. I love writing. And it's basically down to earth, right? There's nothing in terms of having a little attitude or, Eagle. I mean, I'm not going to tell you to buy ingredients that are too expensive. Basically, we use pantry ingredients. We use pea pods, fresh cilantro, onions, shrimp, ketchup, right? The basic sauces, are oyster sauce, hoisin sauce, sesame oil, white pepper, um, dark soy sauce for coloring, and but I'll explain it to you in my other videos. So Chef Wu's back in 2023, so we look forward to seeing you, and thank you subscribers for subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed, please press the subscribe button, and yeah, I do appreciate your viewership. All right, so if Chef Wu can, you can too. Aloha, and consider that although we passed our New Year's, the next Chinese New Year's is the Year of the Rabbit. So if you were born in the Year of the Rabbit, this is your year, okay? And we're going to be doing a couple of things, all right? So aloha from the great state of Maryland, okay? Bye-bye.